And we're back for more. It's now, where are you off to? Should we go and get a curry?
Yeah, I think it's India. I hope it is.
If it's
We
not,
can get a curry anyway. I like curry.
yeah, that is very true. Oh, I've got some weird flashing going on now. Stupids. Anyway, what a shame if we are going off to India that this circuit is not on the calendar. I really like the circuit.
I do as well, apart from there is one corner where I spin consistently. Every time I get to it. It is, you know, when the circuit has there's an upwards incline.
Yeah.
And then it sort of crests, and then it's down into a right-hander.
Oh yes, yes. It is a strange one, that one, because it's not quite on camber, I don't think.
Yeah, it causes me to spin. In the wet, at least. I don't think I've had India in the dry.
Oh.
Let's see, if I spin and take myself out, then I know to be careful.
Oh, creaky jet. Wow. Yes, so sadly, the Bud International, they say it might be back for 2015. I think it's very difficult to get a track back on the calendar once it's off.
Yeah, and
A1 Ring being a prime example. Look how long it's taken to get it back.
I'm so glad that's back, though. That's one of my favourite tracks.
It is a good circuit. It is a good circuit.
So, taking a look here at the stats, I finally got a fastest lap against you.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't realise that was going to be the first time that you'd done that either. Oh, hang on. Right, bear with me a second. 3, 2, 1, F9. Let me sort that in. Right, that should sort it back out again. I was getting that weird where it was pausing and everything, and I remember what happened last time.
Yeah.
Okay, right, that should sort that out.
I've clicked 2 to the right.
Oh, aggressive.
Extreme.
I'm gonna go the 1 again.
If it wasn't India, I would go all the way to the right. But because of that tricky corner that gives me so much trouble, I'd really rather not risk it.
Sure.
Remember to stay inside the white line or we'll get a penalty.
Turn 1 always catches me out a bit as well because it's tighter than I always think it should be.
Yeah.
In my head. Oh, I'm loving the blue skies after that grey miserable one at Suzuka Mamuka.
It's quite a pretty track in the sun, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got a very English country garden feel to it.
Which is a bit strange considering where it is in the world.
Exactly.
Oh dear. So, because we've got that circuit, we've got Russia on the calendar for next year. Which one of those Austria and Russia are you most looking forward to? I think I can answer it already, to be fair.
Yeah, Austria for me.
I've not even seen the Sochi layout.
No, and I've not heard much about it. It makes me wonder if it's ready.
Yeah, who knows? Oh, don't start that again.
Are you having frame rate issues again?
No, it keeps on... Where it's flashing, it's my own fault. I've resized the window in between races, and it's now freaking out a little bit. I'll see if it clears it up, because it did, and then the frame rate issue I think was something completely different last time round.
I don't like how the racing line goes through the pit entry.
No, that is an issue.
If you don't mind not being French all over turn 1, I'd be very grateful, Bern.
Do you think Bernie will be leading us through next year?
I expect to see him shine a little bit, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do. I think he's going to have a renewed hunger, if you will, thanks to being overlooked for a drive that I think was a lot closer than most people give him credit for.
We're talking Bernie here.
Oh, Bernie. I thought you said Vernie.
Oh! I was like, oh my god, I well want to see Bernie in the car.
Yeah. I've gone massively wide now because that was so good. No, Bernie will not let go of his control of F1 that easily. it will not happen. He's even said himself, like, oh, I'm off the board in name only. Yeah, this.
Oh, what is going on?
Yeah, this lap is completely fluffed for me.
Why should resizing my window cause so much problems? Sort it out, Cody's. Please, please.
Blocks.
Out of the way for Felipe. Right. Because I can't even remember what he's being charged with.
Bribery.
Ah, that's the one.
Which is believable.
Yeah.
Not saying he did it, obviously, but if Bernie Ecclestone was going to be accused of a crime, it was going to be something to do with financial corruption.
Yep.
And given we were talking last round about how he saves some teams but not others, it's an interesting question to see being put to court. As long as he doesn't bring the sport into any more disrepute than it's already been through in the years, then I don't think the majority of people are greatly bothered. And the guy has arguably done a lot to improve F1 down the years.
Yeah.
But the fact remains that, you know, if he's done something sketchy, then the law should punish him for it. God, Sector 2 has just all gone wrong.
I always get confused on this. I want to be Israel, but I'm not quite. Israel, Turkey, and I'm not quite. I've got Israeli Grand Prix, that'd be amazing. Avoid the bomb! It would be Mario Kart, wouldn't it?
I tell you where I would love to see a Grand Prix.
Where's that?
In one of the Nordic countries.
Rally style.
Well, no, I like the idea of F1 on snow tyres.
That would be great, actually.
Because I know they can do it, because Toro Rosso did a promotional video of an STR5, I think it was. Vettel completely ruined my last lap, by the way.
Damn you.
Because he just couldn't stay behind me for one bloody corner. Yeah, they did I think it was an STR5 or 6 that they put on diamond studded, no less,
Oh my god.
snow tyres for a demo run with Sebastian Buemi, I think it was.
Okay.
Actually, speaking of Toro Rosso and all this, Buemi and Alguersuari,
Poor guys.
I reckon they had the stuff. They had the right stuff.
They couldn't distinguish themselves out much, I think. That was the problem, because they were both equally good.
But I think the most unjustified sacking from Toro Rosso has been Sebastian Bourdais. He was now, what, a 4-time IndyCar champion?
Mm-hmm. I don't think he really lit the world up in F1, though. Maybe it's just the way how the cars are and the way how things are. I was never much of a fan.
I liked him because he wore spectacles.
Yes.
And it was sort of like, well, if he can be in F1, then, you know, there's so many kids watching at home will be like, well, I can be in F1 then. You know, and I think it's important to let kids dream like that. No, it's an obscure reason to vouch for a driver, but...
That is. Oh, I so hope Hulkenberg gets a penalty for that. That's hilarious. I'd spun in the pit lane, and then he just comes in and just drives straight into the back of me just because of AI problem.
Right, I'm going out again because if I can just get my Sector 2 times right, I think I'm on course for a decent qualifying.
You must have a decent Sector 1, because I'm one click down and I was only a 10th behind the first one in Sector 1. So you must be rocking that.
Can you see on the monitor what my time is like?
Only your most recent one, I think.
Oh, well, that's poor then, because I went round on lean and I was running wide at every corner because I was jabbering on.
Although your sector 2 right now isn't looking too bad compared to, say, what Raikkonen and stuff is. Oh no, actually it is. Sorry. Raikkonen was on an outlap as well.
God, I keep coming out into cars that are much faster than me, right? And they're on their outlap. So I've just passed Alonso now, and I'm behind Perez, and I know that I'll pass them now, and then they'll speed up on the next lap, and they'll ruin my lap by overtaking me.
How dare they?
I know. What a shower of bastards.
Stay clear of the white line. We don't want a penalty.
Now, someone was saying they posted a comment in, I think it's the most recent video actually, about how the fact that I never change my tyres in qualifying. So I've taken note of that and I have done so. So thank you very much, whoever that was.
I saw that comment, and yeah, thank you for that, because I've just done the same thing.
5 minutes to go already? Oh my god. It's gone quick. Meow, meow, meow.
Okay, crank the fuel up, hit the cars. Let's see what goes on here. Raikkonen in 19th. Nice.
Is this towards the end of the season where they've simulated the fact he's not been paid and he's like, whatever?
Yeah. I would like to think so.
That's the realism we're aiming for. That'd be a good feature to put in that F1 game. The ability to just not pay your drivers.
Yeah. To just... Yeah, there's like a mini game where you've got to elect who needs to eat and who needs a yacht.
Only it has to be motion controlled.
You're dropping down the table. You're currently in 11th.
Yeah, it's one of those tracks, isn't it, where it's really hard to talk as you go around because it's like.
I tell you of something that might be of interest to you. It's not really very much F1 related, but while it's in my head and I'm on the big long straight, I'm taking part in something on Twitter called the 52 Game Challenge, and it basically means that you have to complete 52 games in a year. Doesn't matter what type of games it is. You can go for mobile games, you can go for old retro games, which seems to be the flavour of what the people that are running it are doing. Whatever you want, and then you just have to post on Twitter with the hashtag 52 Game Challenge what you've completed as you go, and someone's trying to keep like, oh my god, that's terrible, stats of what everyone's been up to. It's been quite good fun so far.
That sounds quite interesting.
So if anyone's up for that, it's the hashtag 52 Game Challenge. So far I've done one. Well, I've completed 3 games, but I'm a bit embarrassed to put the second one up because it might involve Hannah Montana.
Just might, purely speculatively.
Yeah, and I feel slightly disgusted with myself at the fact that I've set a personal challenge for myself that I must be in the top 5,000 ranked people by the end of the year on PlayStation trophies, and I'm currently about 8,500. And I spotted the Hannah Montana game in a shop for £1.50, and I thought that's about 1,200 points that I could get. And I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm not normally a trophy whore.
That's a bit cheeky.
I know.
Although that said, Nerd Cubed did a fantastic Let's Play of Barbie's Dreamhouse, which I urge everyone to go out and watch. It's a fantastic video.
I believe I've seen that because it's slightly scary. See, I wouldn't get that game. The only reason why I got the Hannah Montana one is because I love rhythm action games, and that was it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have entertained it at all. So there's my disclaimer.
And everyone's like, yeah, whatever, Simon.
Sitting there really with my Hannah Montanas.
Oh, well, that's my last lap, and I'm 20th.
No.
Yeah.
But ahead of Chilton.
Yeah, another one where it felt good, but was slow.
I'm really ragged.
Where are you at the moment?
11th. But again, I don't think... I'm getting so worried over the fact that I feel like I'm cutting. I don't even know if I am anymore, but I've become like mega paranoid over it, so I feel like I don't deserve anything that I get anymore. I'm sorry, Mummy. Alright, time for one more. Let's do this.
Oh, I need to make an apology.
What's that?
For quite a while back, and for fairly frequently within the community itself, I've been talking to people who have also backed the Chris Roberts game Star Citizen, which has now been crowdfunded to the tune of, I believe, $34 million.
Oh my god.
And I was telling people, don't be daft, it can't possibly live up to the hype. I watched the YouTube videos where they talk you through what's going on in development and they answer your questions, and every time someone asks them, hey, will this obscure feature be in the game? Something really specific and geeky. And they'll always shrug and go, yeah. And I've not heard them say, yeah, it's something that isn't going to be included in the game, right? And it just all seemed a little bit too good to be true. But then they go and turn around the hangar module in stupidly crazy quick time and a bunch of other things, and they've not put a foot wrong. It is superb, and there is 12,000 beta keys left with the game at a reduced price, and I urge everybody in the universe to go out and buy that game because it is going to be phenomenal. It's a space flight sim where you don't have to fly.
Okay.
All the ships are sort of realistically modelled with interiors, and he's going for sort of a Millennium Falcon kind of feel.
Yeah.
And you can just get out of your pilot seat and wander around, put the kettle on, use the bathroom. All the hatches and doors open. There's first-person shooter elements with boarding, and it's incredibly deep and rich and complex, and everyone should go and check it out. I think it's the game I've been waiting for my entire life, which is why I bought into it. But, I know people who have spent... I know one guy who spent over $10,000 US on that game. And he has his own in-game nightclub on the Persistent universe.
That's crazy.
But his logic is like, this will be the only game I'll play. This is my replacement for X3 that I've been playing for almost a decade. And
okay.
I don't buy other games, and I've built my computer around this game. So what's an extra 10,000 as long as that's the only thing I play and I get thousands of hours out of it, which
Is it a massively multi-on-blind thingy, Bob?
Yes, it is, but you can also have private servers if you don't like people.
Okay, because my worry with everything that is always based online is that they will shut down the server in several years' time, and then your massive investment is zilch.
Exactly, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. They're planning, at the moment, ambitious sort of weekly updates, actually, in terms of content, and the players are supposed to have, a real impact, but not total control. And the most interesting idea for me is the one that they don't want you to be able to tell who's an NPC and who's a player. So there's an in-game comm system, and your avatar appears on the comm screen, and you can choose your responses and questions and things from a menu. And they want the NPCs to be indistinguishable from players, so no names hovering above the ship in space or whatever. You can't tell who's really who, which I think is really interesting. And the players are going to be a minority. They said they don't want the economy to be player controlled and thus ruined. Players can't build massive factories and stuff. There's very strict limits on things like that to try and keep the game realistic feeling. I mean, it's space; it's never going to be realistic. But yeah, I would say, Simon, actually, you should go and have a look because
I will do.
You might have a PC capable of running the hangar module, which I'd love to see you have a wander around in.
Okay. I might well have a little nosy. What app you coming in, mate?
Good question. Can I go to 8 on my options? Can I? Should I? Where are you stopping? What do you think?
I'm either going to go 6 or 7, depending on...
Well, actually, maybe I'll start on primes, and then we can stay on the same strategy but in reverse. How does that grab you?
Wow.
See, look
All
at
the
that.
permutations.
Look at that. That's just genius.
I tell you what else I've done as well is I've gone cautious on the fuel because I noticed my fuel was running out slightly early
All complete. We're ready.
on the quali because I was using all my curves down the 2 straights and that seems to make it a bit thirsty.
Yeah, I've actually had to start managing my fuel recently, which has been a bit of a surprise.
Oh dear.
But I've not run cautious this time because I'm on the slower tyre at the start. And
Okay. You can budget.
yeah, is anyone else on primes? No, of course they're not, because that would involve some imagination. Oh no, hold on, there's some Russia.
The Marussia is. Clearly.
I'll tell you something else actually. It's been suggested to me via Steam. Because I linked to the series, and someone said that they'd be interested to see us do this with a mod called True Pit Stop,
Okay.
which improves the tyre situation to make it a bit more realistic in terms of, it's still high degradation and everything, but one stopping a race on any distance level doesn't happen because it scales the tyre wear. I am 10th.
Perez is 4th? How did that happen? Great, double points for Caterham at the minute.
It won't last. I'm wheel to wheel with Webber, and I'm going to blink before he does, I think. I saw you before, and now you've disappeared. What position are you in, do I ask?
5.
Oh yeah, so you're 3 cars ahead of me, and you're pulling away at quite an alarming rate. Thanks, tyres.
Ugh. Those chicanes remind me of a roller coaster, like those mouse ones where you get thrown around and actually you just then have a spinal issue.
Oh yeah, the wild mouse coasters, yeah. I get that. I get that reference.
The cheap ones that you get in Rollercoaster Tycoon because they're really, really tight and compact and then you can squeeze them in.
I love that game. How good was that game?
Well, there's one that's come out on Steam and I've not bought it yet called Adventure Park, and it does look really, really good. But I've read the reviews and they're all saying you're better off keeping your old game.
I saw a Nerdcubed review of that. Yeah, it does appear to be a tad rubbish. Total Biscuit actually, sorry, did an even better review. No disrespect to Dan there, but it does look a bit pants.
I need to sit and watch other people's reviews of games because it's not very often that I do, and yeah, I normally end up just watching people playing the game, just going, oh, okay.
Am I catching Grosjean? Is that what's happening now? It does seem that is what is happening.
Do it.
Is this real or is this just fantasy? I have to ask that question because here I am catching Grosjean on the slower tyre and Dennis Rodman's just come back from North Korea. That to me sounds like a dream after eating too much cheese before going to bed.
Don't talk to me about cheese, my knee still hurts.
Well, that's because you abuse the cheese, Simon.
I know.
Fancy.
Cheese pleasing me. I've got you sitting in 8th apparently.
That is correct. Do not adjust your sets.
See, end of the season he always comes back.
Well, because I want to drive.
Hand me the tortillas. Oh no. That was annoying.
Did you go wide there?
Smidgeabrew.
I took the wrong line into the corner, so neither of us is exactly the king.
What? Who's going to be the Caterham King?
You. Yeah, look at how you're pulling away from me here. I'm hoping that I can just keep on the end and then maximise my options at the end.
Yeah. Impressive stuffs. Oh god.
through the corner complex there, I really do make up some significant ground on you guys. And then this long corner that you've just gone into is where I lose you.
See, I go down to fourth in the middle because otherwise I just run out really, really wide, which is how they've done it in real life. But it slows you down then in the game.
But I take that in fourth as well,
Oh, okay.
which is weird.
I flip back from fourth and fifth. That might be why, maybe. And I try my best to run out wide if I can remember to do so.
I'm always scared to run out wide though, because the car just lets go sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you have to, as soon as you tap the brakes, then you ballsed it.
If you had a driver number, what number would you choose?
22. Didn't even have to think. 22 would be my first choice because it is my birthday and it's my lucky number.
Ah.
And I've always seemed to have been assigned it where numbers are given out. My second choice would be number 14 though.
Oh.
Simply because for some reason, my family have been Rangers supporters, not for political reasons, just we like blue. And but my older brother was a bit of a rebel in that regard and started supporting Manchester United. And as you know, someone who would look up to his older sibling, for better or worse, I decided to rebel also and went through a Manchester United phase. Everyone forgive me. And my boyhood hero was Andrei Kanchelskis. And his shirt number was number 14. And ever since then, number 14 has had a special significance for me, and I don't know why. Really, I don't know why that's still important to me.
Aww.
But I met him at Eric Cantona's testimonial match. I don't even like football that much. I don't even know why I was there. I was just convinced I was lying to myself. It's the way. I've completely lost you guys now. My tyres have warmed up nicely, but it makes no difference at all.
It's alright, you've got a nice little trail behind you. I'm really struggling to stay completely on the black stuff. I'm going to be ruined for cutting and stuff, but I don't actually think my lines are any quicker. That's the issue.
Well, they don't seem to be, because apart from that last lap, I've been catching. I'm actually catching again now, quite nicely.
Yeah, it's me smacking the inside bollard.
I did that on one of my outlaps and the car literally took off. All four wheels left the ground. I pulled out a gap to Webber of about 7/10. That doesn't feel correct.
Webber's clearly given up for the season. Going homes! Oh god, what was that, Simon? So what other motorsport will you be looking at going for in 2014?
Formula E, that's all I really care about. Formula E and F1. I know that's really boring, but I'm super excited for Formula E. I think because the first season is single make, second season you're going to see teams developing their own cars. There's going to be enough interest early on that the money is going to be there for them to use drivers on merit. And a lot of drivers that should arguably be in F1 are going to end up there, and the quality of the racing is going to improve because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if anyone's going to benefit from the pay driver problem, it's going to be Formula E.
Yeah. I wonder if DeResta will end up there.
I'm still saying IndyCar for him. Or back to DTM, where he was a former champion, wasn't he?
That's true. Now, talking of DTM, well, not really. I've been playing on YouTube recently a lot of touring car stuff, which has been quite interesting to watch.
I've always liked touring cars. I've had a fondness for them. Mainly, to be honest, British touring cars of the 97, 98 era.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, now I got back into touring cars again this year because ITV have started running the whole weekend of stuff live on ITV4, and it's amazing because there's a race nigh on every 45 minutes, and there's all different support championships going on. So you have like the equivalent of Formula Ford, whatever it's called now, going on. And some other things, and there's some small groups, and then you get like the mini championship come out, and there's about 40 people that are just coming out for a Sunday drive on a race, all smashing into each other. So that's quite good fun. And then you get 3 races this season anyway, weekend anyway.
Sorry, I'm gonna lose position here to Webber because I have got a KERS failure.
Oh no!
Yeah. But sorry, carry on. I just wanted to announce that if you're wondering where has Ben dropped off to. He has had a KERS failure, and that made up quite a large amount of my ability to keep up with you guys.
Oh, I don't even know what that was down at turn 1, but I've done it, and I've lost several positions. Oh, tyres.
How can everyone have pitted and made it out before I got round? Oh, come on, KERS. Please give me KERS back, please. I need KERS back to maintain my position across the pit stops. Oh yes, I've got it. Just as Webber was about to overtake me, I managed to KERS my way into the corner. Unlucky, pal.
Ah! Spat off by the curbs.
Oh yeah, I can see the dust.
Oh yeah, my tyres have gone to shreds. I'm skidding round like I've had some kind of diarrhea problem.
No, Webber, no, go away, go away. Thank you.
What a shame.
It's frustrating when one sort of off just completely ruins your flow and your race, isn't it?
It's just that last lap on the tyres, because no one else, the AI doesn't seem to struggle nearly as much. And
no,
that's my issue with it. If they were just as shit...
Oh, you just walked backwards.
I have, because I'm now getting frame rate issue just for a split second. Now it's returned back again. No, I'm not having this frame rate thing again.
Oh god, yeah, I'm having... Oh, I hope I don't get a penalty for that. I've just overtaken Hamilton down the inside for second.
Amazing. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I've just quickly hit the F9 and redone it again, and it's restabilised. So bizarre, but that has ruined my top 5 ability. And now I'm getting the same issue again. Oh, Simon.
I thought you had your new RAM in.
I do. I don't get what's going on, and I don't get this on other games. There you go, it's back up to normal now. Makes
Could
no
it
sense.
be that you're on the limit of your disk space? Because sometimes your operating system uses resources, doesn't it?
Maybe. But then it goes back up to 90 frames for a little while, and it's been bobbing around between 60 and 90 all race quite happily. And then for some certain corners it just goes, no, 5. But if we're all walking backwards, hopefully that'll help you out a little bit.
It is, I'm 5 seconds clear of Hamilton.
Amazing. It seems to have stabilised back out again now.
But it's a hollow victory if it counts as a victory.
Alright. This is what is termed a reliability issue. If we phrase it like that, all is good. I seem to be alright now, actually.
My front left is as red as a very red thing.
Oh.
That's weird, I'm dropping frames now.
Oh.
Which is the last thing I need.
No, because you don't have many frames to drop.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting some warping on the cars behind me.
See, now I'm back to normal stuff. Oh god, Ballard even.
Are you on the end of the Ben train?
Nope. I've got clear road all the way ahead. Webber's the next one ahead of me, and he's well clear.
Oh, Hamilton's just going to the back of me like a complete pillock.
Excellent.
And I've got a penalty for it.
What? No.
Yeah, I have. And because of it, Alonso and Perez have got through. What a bastard.
Oh,
That's really upset me.
because that's not your fault. Sort it out, penalty people.
Sounds like party people.
White people. Whatever it is, it's not good. Oh my god, neither is that racing line.
Hate this bloody pit entry as well. It's bollocks. Alright, my ability to get any points has just disappeared because I thought the pit lane had started and it hadn't.
See, now I'm warping again, and it's down at the pit entry. Oh no, back to normal. You're going to beat me out.
Don't worry, it won't last. I was ahead of Vettel before that bloody screw up. Not Vettel, Webber. Cold tyres, man. Cold tyres.
At least you're getting some airtime.
Exactly. It's nice to be internet famous for just a few minutes a day.
That's all that counts.
When you've got no other cars around you to compare to, you can actually feel quite fast on that straight.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a mistake. First one I've made in that chicane as well.
I don't think I've taken it right yet. Oh no, frame rates again. Oh my god. Through goes Hulkenberg and Maldonado. Or does it? No, Hulkenberg's disappeared. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, uh-oh, I'm having Grosjean flying backwards at me. Oh dear. Can I
Right.
please tweet this now to codemasters, because I'm really interested to see what
Why this happened?
explanation there is for this. Yeah.
That's lost me points though. Because I'm having to keep on pressing F9 and stopping the recording and then getting back going again, but it only seems to last for a little while. Oh, what? Hulkenberg's on the option tyres as well? Don't tell me people were doing different strategies.
No, that's not something that would happen in this game.
Through now anyway. Screw you, bitch.
If you hit me again, Hamilton, we're going to have some serious problems.
Relationship breakdown.
I can't believe I got a 10-second penalty because he drove into the back of me. I wouldn't mind if I was weaving or not on the racing line, but...
See, now different cars are warping at different points for me because Hulkenberg is not warping. Bianchi is in 13th? What? This makes no sense.
Why is Verne now 6th and 2 Mercedes have disappeared completely?
Yeah, something's not quite gone right. Because some cars are warping, some cars aren't.
I was really hoping we were past this.
So was I, because new computer and everything, or new RAM. Maybe we should just, for the future, we'll just do one race, and then that'll be that.
Yeah, no more bulk recordings.
It's strange because we've, at the beginning of the season, we didn't have this.
I wonder if it could still be my computer being the issue.
No. Oh god, I'm behind Chilton. No. I'm sorry for all the viewers, but at least you get to see what dramas there are that are going on. I don't think people have pitted either, it's a bit weird.
Yeah, actually, I've just overtaken Alonso, believe it or not, and he is still on the option.
cheating
Surely
again.
then everyone should be disqualified
We'll soon find out at the
because
end.
they've not used both compounds of tyre.
I've never done a race where I've just not changed tyres just to see what would happen, actually.
You get disqualified.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
It strikes me as a piece of code they might forget to write.
Well, actually, you don't make it to the end of the race usually. You blow out.
No, issues again. But it's like a weird sync issue because before the frames drop, I have drivers suddenly going through me and I'm going at a normal rate, and then my frames drop afterwards.
Alonso has disappeared into the ether as well, and Vern is on course for a podium if this carries on. Which is bad news for Marussia.
Yeah, because they were equal with... I don't know, yeah, because Taurus are last at the moment. Marussia are equal with Williams, but Maldonado's in the points at the moment. Oh, massive crash. Vettel's just gone straight through someone.
Oh,
As he's lapped me.
that's excellent news. Is he out?
No, I think he's continued on because he was ghosting, but the other car just speared off into the front straight.
So we could see some penalties applied, maybe.
Yeah. This is a bizarre... Oh no, that's not what I wanted.
Okay, Vern is now behind me, and he is travelling at the speed of sound.
Blue flag conditions.
He must now be the fastest man in the world.
Perez in second.
Well, he can go shaft himself.
Now he's not changed tyres because he's still on the same... It's like he's... I'm sure he was on thingamybobs before, options at the start.
Yeah, he was.
Massa's 18? Not quite sure what happened there. Oh dear. Oh. Confusion reigns.
Someone's in the pits.
You're just ahead of Massa.
See, maybe this is what F1 needs. A bit of lag problem and a frame rate issue, just so that everyone's goes, I don't know what's going on anymore. Still. We're here for the giggles. Oh, loads of people are pitting. Oh, it's Vettel that's in the pits.
And yet I still won't catch him.
I've just gone past Button, who's pitted. Oh, mind you, you'd be ahead of him anyway.
Jean-Eric Verne is flying. I don't think I can keep him behind me. It's like he's getting the frames everyone else is dropping. I keep hearing the Benny Hill theme music when I look back at him.
Shows how underpowered the Caterham is.
Bollocks. Bad news, Bears.
No.
Go away, Vern.
Just think points are good.
I think I have just lapped somebody. It was a Sauber.
It must be Hulkenberg then, because Gutierrez is the next one ahead of me.
What position are you, Old China?
16th,
Oh, it could be worse then.
but lapped. Such is the disparity and problems that we've got.
I'm fourth, but with a 10-second penalty, that's going to push me down to at least sixth. But you know, when I get points and you don't, that's fine. But when it's because of this, then I'm not too thrilled about it.
Perez wins. Jesus Christ.
How is that possible unless Vettel is actually out?
No, Vettel pitted. He's rejoined in third, Where are you? Let's have a look at you.
Well, to be honest, I'd rather Perez won than Vettel, I suppose. I've managed to hold Verne behind me, but he's driven admirably for a man with twice the frames he should have. Yeah, I'm 6th.
Well done, mate.
Let's take a look at the wacky scoreboard, shall we?
Well, Ricciardo finally scores.
Was that a double points finish for Toro Rosso?
It is. And Bianchi scores again for Marussia. What the fuck? Seriously.
So, who were the big losers? Raikkonen, Button,
Hulkenberg.
yeah, Di Resta,
But
Sutil.
Hulkenberg was with me the entire way through, and it was Hulkenberg that Vettel then smashed into on the home straight, I think. But he wasn't warping, but cars around me were. It was really weird. That's a different issue compared to what we had at Singapore, for me.
Insane.
Well,
Insane.
insane in the membrane.
Also, Hamilton and Rosberg were running very close to each other, and they've somehow ended up 3 cars apart, separated by the Marussias and the Williams. And how many cars here are finished on the option that shouldn't have? Hulkenberg, Raikkonen, Di Resta, Button, Sutil, Gutierrez, Maldonado. Chilton should be on the option.
Yep.
Vettel, but he had an extra stop. Webber and Perez also didn't stop, although it says they did. Vettel had 2 pit stops. Apparently Ricciardo had 2 pit stops and still finished 7th. And Maldonado pitted twice. Button pitted 3 times. Hulkenberg and Raikkonen pitted twice apiece.
What the hell?
Well, at least it was entertaining.
Yep. Oh well. Never mind. Thank you very much as ever, Esteben.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Delighted for you to be scoring some pointies and outpacing me on the events. What were we on the lap times actually before that went wrong? 133, 144. Okay, so no. Well, join us again for another shit heap.